Now joined by the championship-winning head coach of the Hempfield area Spartans, Tina Madison, a 1-0 victory. I don't know that 1-0 necessarily surprising. The fact that both teams had so many base runners, probably way more than expected. How did you see how this game played out?
We were a little nervous about the location that the game was going to be played at because the backstop was completely out of play then. That last inning where we had bases loaded, the wild pitch, that scores one at Cal, possibly two. But, I told them if you keep your strikeouts under 12, you most likely win this game. And that's the attitude we've been going in. We have to limit the strikeouts. And they did just that. Everybody always says you only need one with Riley Miller on the mound, but it makes it a lot more pressure when you only get one. But
well, the good news is you got the one early, and
yes.
I think you kind of set a tone when Claire Mitchell led off with a single. She was able to get active on the base pass, got to third base, and then Allie Cervolo, third batter of the game, you have 2 hits. That tied how many hits you had combined in the first 2 games against Seneca Valley. How was your team able to, right out of the gate, have success?
We have been hitting off of the machine at 72 to 75 for, 6 days now. Last night I actually dimmed the lights real low. I'm big on college softball, and that's how Nebraska prepared for Carlin Pickens at Tennessee. So I'm like, well, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us, and I turned the lights off. So then they had 72 mile an hour in the dark. So, we have just been preparing. Lexi is just something special.
Well, your team's something special as well.
Yes.
After what happened last year, and we know 6A is so difficult because only one team moves on to the states. You don't have a chance if you get upset in the semis to make a run.
Yeah.
You were on the wrong end of it last year. Now you do move on to the states. You win a title for the 9th time. Has this all been building from that early exit that happened a year ago?
Yeah, last year was heartbreaking, I guess is the word you could say it. I still don't know if I'm over it. This feels really good, but the young ladies on the team last year were a pretty special group, and I wanted it for them, but it just didn't go our way. And this game, as much talent as you have on the field, sometimes the ball just has to bounce the right way as well. You have to have a little bit of luck and a lot of talent. So
I know that there's a ton of talent that you have that's going to be back next year and beyond. But your starting pitcher, Riley Miller, is moving on. Their starting pitcher, Lexi Hames, is moving on. Did it feel like, knowing that only one team would be moving on, this was kind of the end of that 4-year chapter between Seneca Valley and Hempfield? It's
crazy. The Riley-Lexi show has been quite the 4-year story, if you ask me. It's going to be very different next year when we step out, whether we're home or away first, but it's just going to feel I had goosebumps all over my body, so it's just very exciting.
Rightfully so. Goosebumps because it is now the 9th championship in Hempfield history. You were part of a player, now part of it for the 2nd time as a coach. Go enjoy this one, Tina.
Thank you, Sean.
That is Tina Madison, the head coach for Hempfield area. Her team claims a 1-0 championship, and as we said, for the 9th time, they are the WPIAL champions. 21-1, they now move on to the state playoffs.